relationship with God, we will move forward.
I'm Congressman Jason Crow from Colorado, and I am here to stand with my USAID friends, those who spread out around the world to prevent starvation and famine and to spread democracy. You are seen, and we are here to fight with you and for you. Listen, this issue is extremely personal to me, like it is to many of you. I spent much of my 20s being sent to war under false pretenses. I was a paratrooper and an Army Ranger. I fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I was sent to war with my friends, with my fellow Americans, young men and women, many of whom I saw shed blood and die for this country. And they were sent there by billionaires and energy executives and others who sacrificed nothing, who made profit off of those wars. And that's why I'm actually standing here today. I ran for Congress to prevent that from happening again. And that's why many of you are here today. Because we owe it to our young men and women, we owe it to our fellow Americans not to do that again. We know that the investment we make in foreign aid is not charity. But we know that extremism and danger breeds off of starvation and hopelessness and fear. And that the investments that we make and the work that you all put in, putting your lives on the line, your families on the line, dedicating your lives to this work, prevent conflict, spread democracy, and prevent our young men and women from having to go and fight more needless wars. So yes, the assaults of Elon Musk and Donald Trump and his billionaires and the energy executives is not an accident. They want to gut these efforts to make money, to make profit, to spread instability around the world. We will not let it happen. You have some fighters here behind me. We are here because we are prepared to fight. We will litigate, we will organize, we will communicate, we will use all the leverages available to us during the appropriations and budgeting process. We will fight hard with you and for you. Thank you. Let's get it done.
Thank you, Jason. I'm Dina Titus. I represent Southern Nevada. Let me thank all of you for being here today to speak out in favor of this wonderful agency that does such terrific work all around the world, from East Timor to Finland. You are on the front lines, and all the countries in between. And the people you serve, thank you too. They may not know you by name, they may not know you here, but they know their lives are made better by all the things that you do. You have read the latest memos calling people home, closing down offices, and what about the appointment of a person who stormed the Capitol now saying he will send the Marines if you don't come home? Boo is right. We just have to ask, have they gone mad? Have they gone mad? They seem to have forgotten that every dollar we spend on diplomacy keeps us from sending another soldier into harm's way. Keeps us from having to fight and finance another hot war. Keeps us at home where we are safe. Have they just forgotten that? Are they just going to abandon the Uyghurs and the women in Afghanistan? They don't seem to care. Are they not going to pay the people who are guarding the terrorists in the Syrian prisons or keeping law and order in Haiti? They just don't seem to care. Do they not value the expertise and knowledge that you bring to the programs where you serve around the world, and what a difference that makes? They just don't care. So the answer to the question is yes, they have gone mad. And that's why we have to be mad ourselves to stand up to them. You know, some of the pundits say, oh, don't make a stake on foreign aid. That's not the way for Democrats to come back. Foreign aid isn't popular with the public. They don't know how much we spend on it. Well, I say to that, bullshit. That is where we have to make a stand. Because without that, we have no country. We are not secure. We cannot protect democracy. And we've got to let the public know if they can do it in Mongolia, they can do it in Virginia. If they can close down USAID, they can close down Social Security. And if they can let some billionaire who's not elected have access to your information, they can cut your checks off. So if you think this isn't important, you are very misled, and that's why we have to stand up to them. We'll always stand with you. Let's get it done. Thank you so much.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs. I represent San Diego. And I'm also proud to serve as the ranking member on the Subcommittee of Africa and Global Development. But most importantly, before I was in Congress, I worked on international conflict resolution with many of you. And it's clear to me that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle have no idea how foreign aid works. And you know how I know this? Because I literally had to do a video teaching Nancy Mace why what USAID does prevents terrorism. Let's be clear. This is bad for people. This is going to hurt people all over the world. This is going to hurt our national security, but probably most importantly, this is illegal. What Elon Musk is doing is illegal. Only an act of Congress can eliminate USAID because Congress is who created USAID. And that's why this week I'll be introducing legislation to push back on Elon Musk's illegal takeover of USAID. And when I do, I need every single one of you on the phone to all of these Republicans who for years have said they care about this and put them on the record. But let's be clear, this is illegal and it is a coup. It is a power grab meant to silence critics, and let's be clear, while USAID might be first, it is not going to be the last. But joke's on them, because who knows better how to work in an authoritarian country than all of you? So we are not going to sit back and take this, are we? We're not going to allow Elon to sentence millions of kids to poverty or death, are we? And we are not going to let an unelected billionaire take over and destroy our country, are we? Thank you all so much for everything you do. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to win this. Thank you again.
Here we go. Hello. Hello, everyone. Well, you can see I'm from Florida. I'm pretty cold out here. Actually, I'm Lois Frankel. Let me see.
Take the hood off.
Okay. All right. Whoa. Okay. Hey, you know, I had this speech. I'm not really much of a speech maker, but I'm Lois Frankel. I'm from Florida. I am the lead Democrat on the... Okay, here we go. I said I'm not much of a speech maker, so here, but I'm Lois Frankel. I'm from Florida. I am the lead Democrat on the House Appropriations Committee that funds foreign assistance. You know, I really think I could just read your signs, and that would be my speech, right? Stop the freeze. When USA disappears, terrorists reappear. Defend democracy, stop the coup. Jason, I want to tell you, I am a mother first. My son was a United States Marine. He went to Afghanistan. He went to Iraq. He was an artillery officer. Thank you. Wait, I want to just tell you. But he came back, and you know where he went next? USAID. And he will be the first one to tell you, just like some of Donald Trump's former generals, that when you are good neighbors and you spend money helping your neighbors, you spend less money on bullets. Right? I want to... your generals, you're right, they were your generals. So you see this little packet? This little packet, it's called Rough. And for a couple of cents, it can stop the starvation of a small child. For a couple of cents. And I tell you, I'm not only a mother, I'm a grandmother. And I will tell you this, I would do anything to keep my grandchildren from starving. And when USAID funds the program with these packets, how do you think the parents feel? The goodwill that we generate. Now I'll tell you one more story. Years ago, anybody here from CARE? I hear some people from CARE. I went to a small village in Malawi with CARE, and there I saw a small classroom of little girls being educated. And we saw a program of mothers learning how to make a living. Now, why should we care? Here's why we should care. Ladies, if you didn't know this, little girls grow up to be mothers, and mothers influence their children in a big way. And when you educate the girls and you educate